how did your journey as a real estate investor start in Canada?
No, that's a great question. And I think the way that we started, my wife and I, is, just like most people, we're looking for our first home. And it was very unaffordable, believe it or not, even 9 years ago, having entry-level jobs right out of college. And what we found worked for us was the whole idea of having a duplex. So we bought our first duplex home, renovated it a little bit, just to bring it up to kind of today's standards. Did a lot of like the painting and everything else ourselves. And we decided to actually live in the basement of the duplex because we can get a lot more rent for the upstairs. And that's how we were able to get into our very first property. And we saved quite a bit of money over that 3 years. At the same time, we got married. And it enabled us to really kind of not only save, but also think about what the future looks like. And I remember so many times my wife and I would go for walks around the block, and we would say, you know what, how nice would it be if we had 6 of these? I think at that point we just get 6 and then we retire and life is good. And we never have to worry about, finances ever again. And then fast forward, here we are. So it just kind of shows you how much you can achieve. Like what I find is a lot of people tend to overestimate what they can achieve in the short term, and they underestimate of their true potential in the long term. And that's a true example of me completely underestimating what I could do over the long term. Because we've been able to do much more than I originally thought.
Impressive. So you control now 6 properties. Is that correct?
That's right.
How long ago was that? When did you get married? When did you buy your first duplex?
So our first one was 9 years ago.
Only 9 years ago. Super impressive. Do you remember how much you had to put down, and how did you find that? How much was it? Did you put 20% down?
It was actually 5% down. It was 5% down, and it was $390,000. That was our first house.
Wow, that was still a lot of money too. Oh no, so $390,000 was the house.
Was the house?
Oh, so
yeah. Well, it seems like a really big bargain.
That is like that's a 20% down payment for a small house in Vancouver nowadays. I'm sure in Toronto it's the same.